Teaching is an art, it is not a profession. Where your attention goes, your energy goes there. Meditation is the easiest and the most effective tool to tap into your own creativity. So, having a mobile phone once upon a time was a privilege. Not having a mobile phone is a privilege now. But technology has the capacity to empower you, and the same technology has the capacity to destroy you as well. Today, if you do the right thing, tomorrow also you will do the right thing. But today, if you do the wrong thing, the ripple effect, the karmic baggage will be for tomorrow also. See, first and foremost, write down, it is how you manage your stress. From the physics point of view, define stress. When the load is too much, naturally, you go through a compression. So this compression is nothing but stress factor. This is physics. Yes or no? There is a bullock cart. And you put a lot of load. Then will the buffalo or will the ox pull the cart? It will pull it with great stress. There is a stress factor. So when you go through the stress, what happens? Your muscles contract. Yes or no? The stress contracts your muscles. But on the other hand, if you are feeling relaxed, then your muscles are relaxed. When your muscles are contracted, it's not only your physical muscles which is contracted, it is your soft tissues in the brain that also goes through a contraction. So your ability to see what is right and what is wrong, that also is getting diluted. Okay, stress is a natural phenomenon, and stress is part of life's evolution. You have to understand. Only when you go through stress, the evolution happens. If you are not going through any kind of stress, then there is no evolution at all. You will be lazy dabblers. Imagine there is no stress in your life. You become lazy dabblers. No motivation to move forward. So, just imagine the caterpillar becoming a butterfly. Now, the caterpillar goes through a lot of stress inside. In the pupa stage, the caterpillar goes through a lot of stress. And because of that movements of the stress, a beautiful wings come. Right? So stress really helps you to make a butterfly, to make your lives a butterfly. But you need to manage it. If you don't manage it, then it will destroy you. Because you have no energy to move forward, you will collapse under your own weight. You will collapse under your own mental weight. If you know how to manage the stress, you can make a beautiful life. But if you don't know how to manage the stress, then you will collapse under your own mental weight. So stress, you have to understand this, it is very essential. Stress is very essential in your life. You have to get up in the morning, get ready, cook food, handle the family, come to the school within this particular time. So the whole process, there is a certain background going on the mind. I have to finish off this task, please finish off this task, and then go to the school, because there is a certain discipline. You might be going through a certain stress in the whole process, but that is necessary for you to get out of the bed and do something and come out here. If there is no school, if there is no work, if there is nothing, what will you be doing? You will be lazing around. Yes or no? So stress is very much important in your life for your evolution. But how do you manage the stress is much more important. So that's why we speak about stress management. You cannot avoid stress. Can you avoid stress? You go out, you have to take a public transport to go home. Right? So waiting for the public transport, whether the transport might come or not, or you are in the public transport. What others do, what others behave is not in your control. So stress is inevitable in life. But the management is in your hands. Right? So the first point is you have to understand that stress is helpful in your evolution. The second point is the stress management is much more important, because if you are able to manage your stress, then you are able to live your life a much more a happy way. So the real life scenario is, even I have seen in the morning session I had it with the children, I can see that there are different sects of people, there are different segments of people, they are having different IQ levels. Right? So in a classroom, not everybody will be on the same IQ. So different IQ levels will be there. And not everybody will have the same interest towards education. And I was in a college in Bangalore few days ago, and the principal was saying, before the students who are not willing, just coming for time pass or coming for the parents' sake, and who are creating some kind of a disturbance in the class, was only 10 to 15% maximum until COVID. Now, after the COVID, the percentage was 40%. So, in a class, if there are like 100 students, 40 students are not interested. Now, that demotivates the teacher, that demotivates the entire system. 40% of the troublemakers, 40% of the students who are not focused in life, who are not interested in education, and to handle them is not an easy thing, because the whole system is collapsing under its own weight. And he's saying the system is collapsing because of the everybody has a role to play. Okay, we can give an excuse as COVID, or we can give the excuse of because during the COVID all the mobiles, online classes, Zoom classes, so we train them to use the phones. Now they are addicted to the phones. Now it is very difficult for them to de-addict, have the digital de-addiction. And then for most of the parents, they are having single one child, so for them it is an emotional issue also. Whatever the child is going through, if the teachers are giving them any discipline, the parents are, it is our child, only child, you don't bother, right? And also there is another stress factor. Most of the parents are separating now. In cities it is happening on a higher level, where there are single parents, so it adds more emotional pressure to the children. So lot of issues are going on. So how do you handle it? That is not in your control. Outside is not in your control, but how you handle the situation is in your control. If there is too much of baggage within yourself, like you have three kinds of baggage, every person has a three kinds of baggage. One is the baggage of the past, one is the present baggage, and one is the future baggage. So when all the three baggages are, you are holding on to all the three baggages together, then you drown under the own weight, your own weight. So it is time to let go of the past and let go of the future. The more you let go of the past and let go of the future, then the present baggage you can handle it perfectly well. So to handle the present baggage is mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is not for relaxation. Okay, I have to get the things right. I heard that somebody said mindfulness is for relaxation. Mindfulness is not for relaxation. Mindfulness means you are focused only on the present. Whatever you are doing only that. You are not worried about the past, you are not worried about the outcome, you are not worried about anything. Just focus on your present. Suppose you are correcting a book or you are correcting an exam paper, your 100% focus is on the correction process. You are not thinking about bank balance, you are not thinking about what the other people are thinking, what are others' opinions, am I performing well? No. You have taken the paper, you have taken the pen, and then your job is only correction. And then you have gone to the class, 100% your focus is on the teaching process only, nothing else. Because there are a lot of dynamically you might have to take certain decisions. For example, I'm giving you a scenario, right? You are teaching a class and you notice that some students are not interested in your class. If you are mindful of it, quickly you will identify that, okay, the students are not interested. Maybe they are overloaded with the previous classes and other things. So what you will say, okay, let us everybody get up, students all get up, stretch your hands, okay, and then sit. So you are mindful, so you are able to handle that, okay. Or you will say, okay, let us take a 10 minutes break, let us relax. Let us relax for 10 minutes. Let us relax. Everybody close the eyes. Nothing. No need to listen. No need to write. No notes. Nothing. 10 minutes you relax. So after 10 minutes, when they are relaxed, then you continue the class. Okay. Somebody is throwing any tantrums. Any one particular is throwing a tantrum, and you get agitated at the time, and you shout at that one student. It affects the other students also. Okay. Then whatever you teach, nobody is interested to listen. Once the teacher starts shouting, then nobody is interested to listen. But if you don't shout, you cannot control the class also. Yes or no? So now you are in a catch 22 situation. So how will you handle it? That is where the mindfulness comes. Where when it comes to disciplining the student, you want to shout at the student, you shout at it in a brief way, and then immediately you calm down. You have to calm down and you have to say that, okay, this is why you are shouting, you need to explain. You have to have the patience and the calmness to explain why you have shouted and not to repeat that mistake. And then you have to maintain the calmness and the coolness to continue the subject. So you should have such dynamism. For that you need mindfulness. or else you cannot control the class. You cannot control the students. Somebody might ask a stupid question, right? You are going very intensely in your subject, and suddenly somebody will ask a stupid question. So how will you handle it? Because in that moment, you feel that, hey, I'm teaching such an interesting subject and he's asking a stupid question. So he's disturbing the class. So you will shout at him. No. You should see, even in that perspective, you should see, okay, I'll get back to your question. Please sit down. I'll get back to your question. Sit down. Whether you get back to the question or not, that doesn't matter. But that moment you handle the situation. You say, I'll get back to the question, and you have to continue it. So a lot of dynamism is needed as a teacher. Teaching is an art, not a profession. Write it down. Teaching is an art. It is not a profession. It's an art plus skill. It is primarily an art, and then secondarily it is a skill. You need to have the skill set, but you have to understand it is an art. First and foremost, it is an art. You know the difference between an art and a skill? Art means, you know what is an art? You know when you call somebody as artistic? It's a job of creativity. An artist is always creative. An artist doesn't produce carbon copies. An artist is alive, he is dynamic, he responds to the nature, he responds to his inner feeling. You know, Ilayaraja music, does he put the same music? He is so alive, so he tunes with his emotion and he has to understand what the director wants. So, accordingly, he will tune it. So, he is an artist. A drama actor, a stage artist, any artist, they have to be alive, they have to tune into what they are going through inside and they have to respond to the outer situation. So, then a beautiful art comes out. A painting, the painting depends on your mood or not. Yes. So depending on your inner emotions, the painting, even you give the same painting and you want to replica, the replica will be different. Depends on your inner mood, depends on your energy. You need the skill of the painting, that is there, but primarily you need the creativity. You need to be open minded, you need to be creative. So the creativity factor, the art factor is the X factor. Skill set you can learn from outside. Skill set can be trained. Art cannot be trained. Art is an X factor. You know what is an X factor? X factor means invisible factor. It is invisible. It is invisible factor. It should come from you. It is like Swayambhu. It should come from within you. And everybody is capable of it. It is not that one is artist, the other is not an artist. Everybody is capable of everything. The one who is sensitive to its own self naturally becomes an artist. One can be an artist in pottery, one can be an artist in carpentry, one can be an artist in painting, one can be artist in administration, and one can be artist in organizing the things, and one can be an artist in teaching. So first and foremost, you have to understand that teaching is an art, right? So how does the art get calibrated? How can you give life to the art? I told you art comes from within. It is your creative phenomena. So the more you are connected to yourself, the more you know how to be gentle with yourself, kind to yourself, calm, and the more you know how to go within. See, water is in the well. How you draw the water? You have to reach deep down. Now imagine art is your inner well. So you need to go within to draw the artistry from within you. The creativity is within you. So how can you go within you? That is where the meditation comes into place. The more you observe the breath. Breath is the only thing which is going in. Every moment from outside it is going in. Yeah, it is literally going in. Correct? So when you are not mindful of it, you are just breathing in oxygen. But when you become mindful of it, along with oxygen, you are breathing in more and more of prana as well. What we call it as a fundamental life force energy. Prana is happening on a subtle level, prana is happening now. But when you become mindful of it, the prana increases. This is the science of it. This is what I told you in the first class as well. For the newcomers, it is very important you understand the basic science. Where your attention goes, your energy goes there. Yes or no? Wherever is your attention goes, your energy goes there. Correct? This is a simple science. I want to know what is the time. So I have to give my attention there. When I give my attention there, then I notice the time. Then my mind captures the time. If I don't give attention, I don't notice the time. So where your attention goes, your energy goes. So, where your attention goes, your energy goes and multiplies it. Your energy multiplies it. So, if you are focused on negativity, your life will be full of negativity. If you are focused on positivity, your life is full of positivity. This much you understand? Similarly, prana is already happening. We are breathing on a very subtle level. Prana is happening. Breath is automatic breath. So, when you become conscious of your breath, when you observe your breath, when you focus on your breath, when you give your attention towards your breath, the prana increases. This is the science of meditation. Prana is happening. Already you are breathing in, prana is going in. But when you give your attention to that prana, the prana level increases. So, the more you give attention to your breath, the more naturally your creativity increases. This is the experiment I want all the teachers to do. So, take it as an experiment. Okay? So, don't blindly reject it, don't blindly accept it. Take it as an experiment. The more you observe the breath, the more your creativity increases. This is the experiment. The more you will be capable to handle the situations in an artistic way, you will be handling the classrooms. So, minimum of 1 hour per day is minimum. You can split it into 2 half-an-hours. Without that, you cannot do justice to your teaching profession. You cannot be creative. You will be mechanical. And at the end of the day, you will not have job satisfaction. You will not have job satisfaction. You cannot be peaceful in your life. Right? So, I want everybody to do this experiment. Somehow the school should provide a space and a time for, like give and take. 30 minutes let them do at home, but 30 minutes they should do in school collectively. Half-an-hour, everybody should focus on their breath. So there should be a time, either you do it first thing in the morning or during the lunch break. Something should be managed, because this 30 minutes in a single sitting is very, very important. You can do it from the management side, you can do it as an experiment. In 1 month you will see a difference, because the teachers will be well equipped how to handle the students. Right? This is the need of the hour. Half-an-hour you do at home, but make sure 1 hour you are doing it. If you are not doing this 1 hour breath awareness exercise, then the artistry won't grow. Say, I won't say only meditation, but I would say meditation is the easiest and the most effective tool to tap into your own creativity. Right? It's the most effective and the easiest tool. See, as kids, you're all creative. Be frank, you're all creative as kids. Kids always do creative things. Yeah, in whatever way, kids are always creative. But what happened to that creativity? What happened to that natural intelligence to be permanently destroyed after coming to the school? Your intelligence got destroyed when you went to the school. But make sure the next generation's intelligence is intact. Right? So in your times, when you were children, the distractions were not there. The speed of which the things are happening was relatively very low. So there was a very strong family system. Mobile phones were not there, distractions were not there. Only once in a week you will have one Olium that Friday or Sunday they will be there. Huh? That weekend one movie will come. So rest of the time is for you to spend with the family members. Now you yourself are not spending quality time with your children. Your children are more happy to spend in the mobiles rather than spending with you. You go to any restaurant, four people will be sitting in, and four people will be taking the mobiles and they will be in there once. They're going to restaurant together for a quality time, they're not having quality time. Right? So mobile phones, once upon a time, a person who has a mobile phone is a privileged person. So having a mobile phone once upon a time was a privilege. Not having a mobile phone is a privilege now. So you need to have the right balance. See, I am not against technology. Nobody should be against technology. But technology has the capacity to empower you, and the same technology has the capacity to destroy you as well. So you need to know the right management of it. Okay, mobile phones are needed, but you need to know when to use it, when not to use it. When you are having a family time, switch off for half an hour, 1 hour, right? So you need to know the priorities of it, the importance of it, or else what will happen? You know the end result of it. Don't think I'm speaking from the school perspective. You know what is the end result of it? The end result of it is if you are not managing your life properly, the end result is you will regret your life. You will regret that you have wasted your life. There will be a time, there will be a departure time. Everybody has a departure time. Everybody has an expiry date. Everybody has an expiry date. So the day of departure, you will regret. You will regret that I have wasted my time. I lived a fake life. I rather lived for others, but I never lived for myself. I have wasted my lifetime. So the regret will be there. So my concern is that regret should not be there. If that regret should not be there, then today you should do the right thing. Past is past. What happened in the past is past. Future is not in your hands, but today is in your hands. So today you handle the things in the right way, then there will be no regret. And when you do the right things, it creates a ripple effect. Today, if you do the right thing, tomorrow also you will do the right thing. But today, if you do the wrong thing, the ripple effect, the karmic baggage will be for tomorrow also. So do the right thing. So what is the right thing? As teachers, as humans, as individuals, it is important you do the right thing today. So what is the right thing? Who will tell you what is right and what is wrong? Who will tell you? Your consciousness will tell you what is right, what is wrong. Only your consciousness will tell you. So the more you are connected to your own consciousness, the more you are connected to your own self, the more you are in the right path. So connection to yourself is very much important to have the right guidance from within. So connection to yourself, underline this word. Connection to yourself is very, very important to lead a right life, a happy life. So that connection to yourself happens when you are with your breath. The more you spend time with your breath, the more you are spending time with yourself. Does it make sense? See, I want to know this gentleman. I want to understand this gentleman. What should I do? I should spend time with him. If I spend time with him, I will know more about him. So spend time with yourself to know more about yourself. This is a very important point. Spend time with yourself to know more about yourself. And the more you spend time with yourself, the more you know yourself, the more you understand yourself, the more you are capable to guide others. As teachers, you are capable to guide the students only when you know what life is. You don't need to know everybody's life, at least know what your life is. You don't need to know everybody's life. Know what your life is, what you are. When you know what you are, then you will be able to guide another person. So the next point I want you to understand is, put the title, energy management. We are all energy beings. So how you manage your energy defines your life. Energy management is very important. And mindfulness helps you to conserve the energy. Meditation helps you to maximize your energy. Conservation of energy. What is conservation of energy mean? Efficient use of energy. So it has two meanings. Mindfulness helps you to conserve the energy plus efficient use of energy. When your energy is efficiently used, what does that mean? You are cutting off unnecessary wastage of energy. That is conservation. You got it? So mindfulness is efficient use of energy which leads to the conservation of energy. So meditation naturally helps you for the stress management. Your stress will be under control. How the stress will be under control? Because you will have clear priorities. Okay, so this is my priority, and this is my second priority, this is my third priority. According to the priority, you will utilize the time and energy. So this is more of time management. Okay, we have a limited time. So in that limited time, either you can follow a certain strict, rigid discipline and finish it off it without much results, or you can use your creativity, and in the shortest possible time, you can produce the greatest possible result. Possible or not? For example, take the science algebra, a plus b whole square, or else the Pythagoras theorem, or whatever it is. That phenomena you can able to teach the student in 5 minutes, or you can still teach the student for 1 hour, still the student is confused. Both are possible. It depends on how clear the teacher is, how much clarity the teacher has, and what is a delivery mechanism. Clarity alone is not enough. You need to have the delivery mechanism. Two things are needed. One, what product you have, what capacity you have, what understanding you have, and then the delivery mechanism. So, in the delivery mechanism comes the art. What you have is the skill. How you deliver is the art. See, both are needed. How well you are educated, how well you are capable is your skill set. Your skill set is what you know. Your art is how you deliver. If the delivery mechanism fails, even though you are the greatest person with the greatest talent, if the delivery mechanism is not there, then it is of no use. Yes or no? So, both are equally important. Now, with this one simple technique, that is the first step. With this simple step, you are simultaneously increasing your capacity of delivery system. You are more gentle, you are more creative, you are more efficient in handling your own pressure. And at the same time, the more you meditate, the more your memory power increases. As teachers, do you read the book and teach? You take the textbook and teach, or you prepare the notes and see the notes and teach, or you go to the class and teach without any notes. Most of you test both. Now, imagine if you are having a notes, if you are having a textbook and you are teaching, what you are doing? What are you doing? You are a courier person, that's all. You are taking from here and you are delivering there. That is not teaching. Teaching is first you absorb within your system, and then that should radiate from you without seeing the book, without seeing any material. You should be able to capture the attention of the audience, and then you should teach in the most inspiring way. Am I keeping any notes? While I'm teaching, I'm keeping any notes? Now just imagine I'm taking some notes, I'm taking the notes, I'm reading the small piece of paper, and then I'm teaching you. Will I get your attention? You will not get my attention. So depends on the student's attention. Your knowledge transfer happens depending on the student's attention. So when you are having an eye contact with the students, then the attention power increases, the attention span increases. So as teachers, you should be able to enjoy the teaching process. When you are enjoying the teaching process, you are absorbing it and you are teaching it. So these kind of skill set improvement, and then the delivery mechanism, it gets naturally improved the more and more you meditate. Number one, the most important point, I want you to do the experiment. The more you meditate, the more your memory power increases, the more your capacity to understand increases, the more your capacity to deliver increases. If you don't do this your own experiment, what can you teach the children about it? So fundamental, this is the very fundamental thing. Number one. Number two, now let us take few challenging aspects from the teacher point of view. So he said, okay, what is the most pressing issue, sir? Too much discipline. You are against too much discipline. Okay, now that is an issue. Now, when somebody says this is an issue, they should also give this possible solution. So, what are the possible solutions? What are the possible solutions? You discuss with the management. Because if you don't come up with the solution, then they are not open minded. If you're telling me the problem, of course I know it is a problem. But if you're telling me the problem and along with that the solution, then I value your suggestions. Yeah. So come with solutions. So when you come with solutions, then you are well respected. So every problem has a solution. Do you agree to that? Every problem has a solution. Your capacity to find the solution, identify the solution, and integrate the solution is art. It is the art. You have a solution, but how you take it to the other person, how you motivate the other person to implement the solution, that is an art. Right? So, given the short span, of this lecture. The first and the foremost is meditation. As teachers, I want all of you to really experiment on this meditation. On a personal level, on your professional level, there will be some kind of improvement. I am not guaranteeing that overnight you will be great. Even in I teach training of teachers. I conduct the training of teachers program where I train the teachers to be meditation teachers, spiritual science teachers. Sometimes the teachers ask the question, sir, how can I be dynamic like you? How can I be dynamic like you? I want that dynamism. I said, you need to have a lot of patience. It is lifetimes of effort. I never got trained in this skill, but it is coming from within me because it is lifetimes of effort. So I'm not guaranteeing that you will be the greatest teacher possible. I'm not guaranteeing that. But all I am saying is you will be a better version of yourself. Whatever you are today, you will be better tomorrow. You will be a better version of yourself. Isn't it good enough? Do you want to be the best or you want to be the better? Every day you want to be better. That's all. You want to be a better version of yourself. Whatever you are doing, you want just focus on betterment. If a student is getting 0 marks and then the next exam he got 2 marks, will you scold the student? You will say that, okay, at least you got 2 marks. Okay, keep it up. Keep progressing. Keep progressing. Because from 0 to 25 is not possible. But 0 to 2 is a possibility. 2 to 4 is a possibility. So one step at a time. So write down this very important point. One step at a time. Slow and steady wins the race. You cannot change the culture of the school in few months. You cannot change the established systems. But one step at a time, slow and steady, there will be a progress. Right? Now, from a teacher mindset, I want to ask the newcomers. You are Gen Z generation or you are 90s kids? 90s, not Gen Z. Okay, now Gen Zs are coming as teachers. Now, that is the real fun they are going to have. Now, you tell me, as new teachers, what do you think is the priority number one in your teaching profession? Like when you come to the school, what is the expectation? What is your own expectation to deliver? What is the most important thing? My question is, what is your focus? Your focus is to complete the syllabus, or your focus is to inspire the student, or your focus is to be a good employee, or your focus is to have joy and happiness in your teaching? What is your focus? Okay, so your priority is to make sure the children are happy naturally. You want them to be naturally happy. Okay, so that is your priority as a kindergarten teacher. Okay, very good. Give her a good round of applause. That is the right priority. As a kindergarten teacher, your priority is to not to destroy their naturality. Right? That is good. Others, one by one. You want them to feel safe and secure. So that is your first priority. Okay, give her also a good round of applause. Very good. Right understanding. Because only when they feel comfortable, only when they feel safe, then there is a possibility they can learn something from you. The right statement is you should see yourself in every student. When you are able to see yourself in every student, then you know what to do for that particular student, how to train that student, how to motivate the student. You should be able to see yourself. You should be able to see yourself in every student. When whatever the capacity they are, you should be able to see yourself. Then you know how to motivate them. The teacher's job is motivation. Underline this. The teacher's job is motivation. Motivation is the teacher's primary priority number one. The priority number one is motivation. Whatever you are teaching, the students can learn in YouTube, they can learn in ChatGPT, Gemini. AI can teach better than you. Do you know that? So then what is your role? Your role is motivation. And before you can motivate others, you have to be self-motivated. Write down that. You have to be self-motivated. If you are not self-motivated, you cannot be a motivation to others. Right? So, in this session, I want you to remember this. Just quickly revise. The most important points I'll take. The first point is teaching is an art. And how can you improve your creative skills? How can you improve your creative skills? By going within. Minimum of 1 hour meditation. Minimum of 1 hour meditation, your creative skills will improve. That is the first point. The second point is energy management. So the more you become aware of your breath, the more you give your attention to your breath, the more your prana increases. Prana is subtle life force energy. So your prana increases when you focus on the breath. And the more you focus on the breath, what happens? More your energy increases and you naturally become efficient. You will practice mindfulness. You can notice this. The more you practice meditation, more naturally you become mindful. And the more you practice mindfulness, the more it helps you to go deep into meditation. So mindfulness means effective use of your energy. So no multitasking. No multitasking. As teachers, you should be an inspiration. While having lunch, while having food, don't think about something and eat food. Don't watch your mobiles and eat food. Okay? Take time, 10 minutes, whatever the available time, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, eat mindfully, then the nutrition gets absorbed. If you don't eat the food mindfully, then the nutrition is not absorbed. Then if you are not healthy, you cannot do your job proper. So your health is very important. So while eating food, practice mindfulness while eating food. Very, very important. You are eating something and you are teaching something. That is, what you teach matters or how you teach matters. What is more important? There are three stages. The first stage, the first stage, what you teach matters. In the second stage, how you teach matters. In the third stage, how you teach, what you teach, when you teach matters. You need to know when to teach. You need to be very dynamic. Sometimes the students are not interested to learn because they are too much, there is a lot of fatigue. Continuously there are a lot of periods, there is a lot of fatigue. That is the time you should not focus on teaching. Rather focus on other things. When to teach, when not to teach, how to teach, how not to teach, what not to teach is the third stage. What is the first? What you teach is the first stage. How you teach the second stage. Then the third is how to teach, what to teach, when to teach, what not to teach, how not to teach. Everything else comes in the third stage. Okay. So it is very, very important you increase your energy levels. The more you increase your energy levels, more naturally you will have all these qualities. So write down in a capital letters, you write down your energy levels define your capacity. See, sometimes you have a pure intent to do the best, but if you don't have the energy, can you do it? Can you deliver it? No. So your energy levels define your capacity and capability. You know the difference between capacity and capability? So it is your personal responsibility to make sure that your energy levels are always to the maximum. So the practice of meditation and the practice of mindfulness is very important. Along with that, the atmosphere is important. If the environment is pessimistic environment, if the environment is negative environment, even though you have lot of motivation, even though you have lot of creativity, you are not motivated to deliver it because the environment is negative. So collectively it is a responsibility, individual responsibility and collective responsibility. You should not have no complaints on anybody. Rather than having complaints, you should have collaborations. Collaboration is important. Now you might ask, how is the collaboration possible, sir? Both are having different viewpoints. Both are having different vision. If the vision is different, no collaboration is possible. If the vision is different, no collaboration is possible. But if the vision is the same, then collaboration is a possibility. So what is the vision? The vision is we want you to be healthy and happy. That is a collective vision. Everybody has the vision, yes or no? Why you are coming to the school, why you are doing the job, why you are getting salary, so that you can be healthy and happy. Primarily, your focus is on you. So when you are healthy and happy, naturally you can guide the students to be healthy and happy. So this is the common vision. When the teachers are healthy and happy, when the students are healthy and happy, naturally the management is happy. Happy teachers produce happy students. Happy students produce happy parents, and more business. At the end of the management focus is on business. The teacher's focus is on delivery, the teaching. The student's focus is for the best evolution, and the parents' focus is on education and discipline. So it creates a holistic system, but it begins with the teachers. The teachers are the key. So if the teachers are not healthy, the school is not healthy. The management can have the greatest vision, but if the teachers are not implementing, then neither it benefits the management nor it benefits the students. So the teachers play a very, very important role. So your health and well-being is crucial. If you want to be a great teacher, your health and well-being is very, very important. If your health and well-being is not up to the mark, you cannot be a great teacher. So when I'm speaking health and well-being, what I mean is your energy levels, your creative levels, your tolerance levels, your acceptance levels, your understanding of life. 5 aspects. So it is very, very important. So on that note, it is very important you give priority to this. See, if you know this technique, if you are practicing meditation, if not this school, there are thousands of schools which will welcome you. If you are a capable teacher, there are thousands of schools who want you. But if you are not a capable teacher, no school wants you. So your capability is in your best professional interest. Yes or no? It is in your best professional interest, your capabilities. So increase your capacity by doing more meditation. Increase your capability by practicing mindfulness and meditation. And finally, the conclusion. At any point of time, the concluding part is, at any point of time you are feeling stressed, don't act. Take a pause. Take a 5 minutes pause. Only 5 minutes. Or only 2 minutes. Can you afford to take a 2 minutes pause? 2 minutes pause yourself. Just close your eyes and take a deep breath. Take one deep breath and then let the breath become natural. Just 2 minutes, focus on the breath. Everything will change. The energy will change. The aura will change. All your irritations, frustrations will simply go down. All you need that is that 2 minutes. If you can afford, take 5 minutes also. But 2 minutes pause is minimum. If you can take that pause, if you can step back and take that pause, then you will handle any situation in the most effective way. The 2 minutes pause is very, very important. I am saying 2 minutes pause because even in the middle of the turmoil, you should be able to take a 2 minutes pause. 2 minutes. And if you are in the middle of the classroom, there is an easy technique. Ask everybody to relax. Ask everybody to close your eyes. That time you will get. See, you might say, sir, we don't have time, sir. In the staff room, we are busy correcting the notes. We have a schedule. You have so many excuses. But you are the boss of your classroom. Yes, you are the boss of your classroom. If you need a break, give break to everybody. Game over, no? Give break to everybody. 5 minutes give break to all the students and ask everybody to close the eyes. You also close the eyes. That is the best way you can manage your stress. Doable? Practical? So this is the simplest possible way. The more you are able to manage your stress as teachers, the more you are able to deliver it. Right? You can teach the whole day, but how much the student grabs, that is important. When you are calm and relaxed, whatever you teach quickly goes into the other person aura. But if you are stressed, then you are just like a talking parrot, nothing goes in. Creative teachers are the need of the hour. Creative teachers are the need of the hour. Every student is different, so you need to adapt dynamically, creatively to teach according to the level of the IQ level of the student. Now, not only IQ level of the student, EQ level of the student also. You know what is EQ? Emotional quotient. You need to understand the emotional level of that student and the intelligent level of the student to handle the things.